Oh, that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and put your children to bed. This is Friday Night Reseller Locker Room Live. My name is Ben, the Rocky Top Picker. And in this special edition, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about a lot of exciting stuff coming your way if you're a reseller. But up first, down below, the king of snakes, Mr. Shane Soda City Flips. Over to my left or your right, depending on what you're looking at, Alex, the bearded king. I just moved into my new house. King Picker right here, ladies and gentlemen. And for the first time in locker room history, the former dad joke champion, Mr. Caleb, the Old Paths, is joining us. Welcome into the locker room, gentlemen.
What is up? What is
the
up? What is
up? The former champ?
He's the former champ.
Current champ. I've won it 2 weeks in a row now, so I'm current champ.
So we really didn't want to announce this tonight, guys, but Josh is no longer with the old paths on Two Old Guys Locker Room, or Two Old Guys Locker Room. Listen to me, Two Old Guys podcast. He decided he's not old enough. So
he's older than me, but he's not old enough.
Yeah. So we're just going to combine. We're going to combine the two shows, and this is what you got. Okay.
There you go.
Pretty.
Hey man, he's just lost. He's lost somewhere, right?
He's lost.
Speaking of
Beetlejuice. Yep,
that's a $50 fine there, Josh.
Hey, I never use Facebook on my computer ever. And so every time we've done anything with StreamYard, I've gone straight in and just typed it in the address bar. I've been sitting back there for 30 minutes. So when I got that message, I was like, I was wondering where y'all were at, man. I was thinking, I told my wife, I said, it's like 3 minutes till. I don't know where everybody's at. So.
Well, good to have you here, Josh.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we want to get to all the guests that we've got in chat real quick. We got John Rad Relics. He was actually in chat first. So kudos to John being the first one in. Then we have Christine Harden. Hi, Soda City.
Hello.
Who else we got joining us in here? We've got, Lordy, man, there's a bunch of them, ain't they?
Yeah.
Carter's Retro Quest in the house. Carol C in the house. Who else we got? Man, we got the favorite. Miss Mary is here. Hello, Mary.
Miss Mary Mac Queen.
Absolute Finds is in the house. Welcome in. We cannot forget one of our locker room members, Chris Easy Pickens, is in the house as well.
What is up, Chris?
And let's see, Replay Game Lab is also joining us. Tusculum neighbor checking in. That's right, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Reselling with Woody is also here.
What's up?
Callie Lewis is here. And the Quirky Picker is also joining us.
Chad?
Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. And so it's Friday night. It's the locker room. We got a bunch of hoodlums in here joining us this evening from these Two Old Guys podcast over here. And it's good to have both of them with us. And Josh is not new to the locker room, but Caleb is. So, guys, anytime you want to roughshot him, just take your shots. But anyway.
I got thick skin, guys. Just go for it.
No,
I figured I was the target since I was struggling with technology tonight.
You're just proving Two Old Guys,
Hey,
it's not just a name; it's a way of life around here.
I wouldn't lie when I said I started 6 months ago doing this stuff.
Yeah, like Shane said, if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. But anyway, gentlemen, one of the reasons why we've gathered here on this live, first of all, it's our scheduled live for the locker room anyway. So I do want to again thank Caleb and Josh for joining us here in this edition. But what we're going to focus on is what we focused on last week on the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast Live, and that is the upcoming 127 meetup. The hyperlink is in chat. If you want to click on that to buy your tickets, you better be getting them, right, fellas?
That's right. They're selling quick.
$25 a ticket. The link is in the bio.
That's right.
Get your meal no cheaper than that.
If you what?
I said you can't get your meal that cheap.
That's true.
Nope.
$25 and get you a nice home cooked meal on top of it. That's just a
That's
bonus.
That's huge.
That is huge.
Huge.
All right. Well, Caleb, let's let you start things off. Let's let you go ahead and tell everybody once again about the details of the event, and then any of you guys want to share, you just pop right on in and share what you got.
All right. Well, we've kind of added an agenda to the ticket page, kind of laying out the night. That's not everything we're going to do, but we're laying out some of that we know we're going to do now, where people can kind of get an idea. So from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock is going to be nothing but a meet and greet. We'll have our DJ, Rocky Top Picker, over here. He'll be playing some music.
And the turntables.
Yeah, he's going to be out there. Waka, 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 waka.
Dude,
I don't know if that's the way you do that, but
I'm going to put Sir Mix-a-Lot to shame, son.
But yeah, we got the meet and greet. That's just going to be a time to just talk, hang out. And the reason we done that is because last year, I think we started at like 6 or something like that, 5:30, and people showed up at like 4. So I was like, me and Tanya was talking about it. Like, let's just go ahead and have a meet and greet time set up, and everybody that comes in early, that'll be perfect. So meet and greet 4 to 6. The main event, 6 o'clock. We're going to start off there. We're going to eat. We're going to introduce some of our sponsors that attend, do a bunch of giveaways, just have a good time there. We are going to add a few things here and there. Then we do have our live auction with Lucky 7 Auctions, Nathaniel. He's going to be our auctioneer for that. All that's going to go down from 6 o'clock till 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, it's the official end of the event, but you don't have to leave until 10. We just have to clean up from 9 till 10. So everybody can stay till 10, but we have to clean up real quick. But yeah, we're super excited. And we do have one new item of news to break tonight, and that is we picked up another sponsor this week. So not only is it sponsored by My Reseller Genie and sponsored by Lucky 7 Auction, now it's also sponsored by Grams and Pops Vintage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Thank you, Corey and Teresa, even though they're not in chat.
They're not
supporting
here
us tonight.
They're not here. Where are they?
Actually, Corey is our next guest on the locker room next week. So guys, tune in for that.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. That's my buddy, man.
Oh, those guys are awesome.
Yeah, they really are.
Super awesome.
So I do want to add, though, if you guys do plan on staying until 10 the night of the meetup, you will be required to have trash bag in hand, helping clean up.
Walking around while you're talking, picking stuff up.
Right. Be productive.
There you go. There you go.
So does that mean the after party doesn't start till 11 or 10:30?
It starts whenever we get home.
All right.
Speaking of that, Alex, won't you tell everybody?
Well, we got to rewind before the meetup, because I went thrifting, and I went thrifting looking for a bowling shirt. The reason I looked for a bowling shirt is because Thursday night, the Reseller Locker Room, we are going to be hosting a bowling I can't even say that word. Tournament.
Ernie.
There you go.
Ernie.
So I think Rocky Top's going to be a team. Shane's going to be a team. I will be the team leader, and we're going to have bumpers on my team. So we're going to be the handicap bowlers.
Team Soda City.
So we can get strikes all night. We just bounce the ball back and forth until we get a strike. So Thursday night, I'm thinking, I don't know, Ben, if you found the bowling alley, local bowling alley, where that's going to be.
Yep.
Oh, you did find one?
Yep.
The bowling alley is about
10
minutes from the venue, so it's really close too.
Nice.
So maybe we'll post that up on our Instagram when we have
not even be that far. It's pretty close.
What time that's going to be in the location?
I'll have more of those details forthcoming. But it is
real quick, guys. I just noticed we got Matt's Profit Pursuit in the house. Caleb, can you put a hat on really quick?
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Hat.
Oh, gosh.
Matt, you're about to feel like you're looking in the mirror, brother.
That's so true, too.
Oh, it's
Here he
that
goes.
hat too. That's the best one.
That's I like that hat. If I was going to wear one, that would probably be it.
Look, Matt's Profits Pursuit Senior.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Keep it on there. There it is.
It's crooked. There we go.
He doesn't look like Matt unless he's got a hat on, and Matt doesn't even wear hats anymore in his videos.
That's funny.
That's what's funny about it.
He looks like him. Doppelganger.
All right. I do want to tell everybody that is watching and that's in chat, if you want to sign up for the reseller bowling tourney, we'll call it tourney so Alex can pronounce it.
There you go.
That'll be Thursday night, the night before the official meetup. Send me a message on Instagram, Rocky Top Picker 73. I will take your name down and we'll be building rosters of teams. So that's very important that if you think you're going to come to be in the bowling tournament, we need to get your name in because there is a cutoff after we fill all the slots on the teams. So be sure to IG me for being counted.
That's right.
Better.
Hash Brown, Soda City.
Hash Brown.
Hash Brown, Soda City.
Now you're talking. Hash Brown. That's right.
Waffle House. Is there a Waffle House in Crossville?
There is.
Gotta be.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yep.
We
It's
may
right
have to
off
hit
of
that.
127. Yep.
We're going to have to hit that too.
The
All
Waffle House is right beside the Cracker Barrel, right off of the interstate exit, which we call it Jamestown exit, but I can't remember the number right off. But yeah, it's right there.
What's Carter's name?
Will
says, what time's the wrestling start? I bought wrestling tights today.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Alex, tell everybody.
I thought we were doing Jello.
Tell everybody what
wrestling.
about wrestling.
Tell everybody about the we're going, the after event. Just go ahead. We're going to talk about that.
Okay, so after the event, the reseller locker room is going to be hosting an after party after we're done cleaning up over at our B&B. We will have flyers. You have to come up to us and get a flyer to get the address. And you have to actually go to the event to come to the after party. So make sure you get a ticket.
And attendance to that is going to be limited because I would have to be the one to pay the cleaning and damage bills.
I talked to Ben last night on the phone, and he seemed to be backpedaling, like getting a little bit nervous about the after party now.
Well,
we can't have 50 people over there, so
it's what Kevin said made me take second thoughts on some things.
Somebody read the fine print.
Anyway, but I mean, dude, we're not going to do nothing like frat parties or nothing. I mean, it's just going to be a simple get together. But obviously, not everybody can come because we can't cram that many people into a house. We got the big yards, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll decide once we actually physically see the house when we're there and see what it looks like.
Might be just 2 of you coming, maybe 20. It's going to be fun either way. It's going to be good either way. It's going to be very awkward Jello wrestling if only 2 people come.
Oh my goodness.
We kind of need some ladies for that.
There's no way that's not awkward, period.
We've got to have a ladies bracket and a men's bracket if we're going to do that. You know what I mean? Toga. Matt says toga. Yeah.
Toga.
Camping, B&B on the lawn. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
it's $10 a night to set your tent up.
Yeah, $10 for a tent. Yeah.
You want a tent. The mosquitoes are bad here in the summer. You want a tent.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Mosquitoes are terrible.
Don't sleep in your sleeping bag.
Yep.
Plus, it'll probably be like 90 degrees that night. It gets hot here in the summer at night. Probably like 80 degrees at night.
Josh, let's talk about the number of sponsor slots that are still available. If you'd want to become a supporter or sponsor, let's talk about that, gentlemen.
What does that leave us 5, I think, now? So we only had 8 to start with. 3 have been claimed. So it's time to get in there if you're going to get one. I mean, they're going to go fast, or it feels like they are. We have 2 or 3 other people or other individuals that have expressed interest. So we're just waiting to hear back. And I anybody that's interested in sponsoring, get on the ball.
Okay, what do you get by being a sponsor?
You're going to be on both shows. And is it 6 weeks? I mean, I don't have it in front of me, Ben, so you put me on the spot, but that's all right. But I think we decided on the last 6 weeks you're going to get promoted. You'll be in credits, shouted out. And like I said, get to be on. You agreed as well, I think, didn't y'all, Ben, to have them on y'all show too? So you get 2 guest spots, a guest spot on Two Old Guys and a guest spot on the Reseller Locker Room. So, good stuff. And again, like me and Caleb have talked about, it's not, and 2 tickets. It's not trying to really sell the stuff or anything like that. We just, for people that want to support, we really just want to make it worth your while and try to help you out too, if you're willing to help us. And so we hope that by doing some of that, if you got a channel, especially, it can help you grow a little bit, get some eyeballs on you. And like I said, just do what we can to give back a little bit.
I think it's important to note this also. Last year, we just had like a table set up and let anybody throw stuff out on it, stickers and merchandise and stuff. So if you want to do that, you'll have to sponsor this time, because we're just simply not going to have the room for everybody to bring stuff and lay hats and shirts. And, you can bring stickers and stuff for the bags that we're going to give out, the swag bags. But like, if you want to sell stuff at the event, you'll have to sponsor. I mean, that's not to try to get people to sponsor, but and
we're sponsors do get a table.
Yeah. You'll get the table provided. You'll get the banner if you want to bring one to set up with it. You'll get 2 tickets, all that stuff. But that was the big part of that package, was being able to have your own table for merchandise and whatever you want on it, anything you want. And just simply because of the space, it's going to be tight by the time you get sponsors and food and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not ready to say nothing yet, but man, here in the next few weeks or so, maybe a month, something like that, we're going to talk about food, and it's going to be great.
You speak the truth, Hank Hill, Chad says.
Speak the truth.
So there's not enough room for me to bring my eBay store? I was just going to bring 800 items to sell.
Probably not. Probably not.
I'll just pick a couple hundred then.
Excuse me. Just a couple hundred.
Well, Caleb, why don't you share the supporter level? What the supporter level involves, please, sir?
The supporter level is just a step down. It's basically the same thing, but you will get your name in the end credits of the podcast for up to 6 weeks. You'll get verbal shout outs on the podcast for up to 6 weeks, and there'll be a ticket provided in there also. So, and we don't necessarily want people to feel like they have to do that, but it's just the way that we're trying to make it available for people to be able to participate. Like when Corey and Teresa reached out to us, he just said, we want to help. And I left it totally up to him how he wanted to help, because, one really good thing about the event was it was just like so formal, or not formal, but informal, where people was just basically just hanging out and having a good time. So that was, to me, like the best part, the casual nature of the event. And I shouldn't say like, you have to buy that to be able to sell merchandise, because really there wasn't, I shouldn't say that there was people selling merchandise last year, but I know people had asked us about doing that.
Yeah.
So, the venue, it's not a small place, but it's going to be a challenge to get all that accommodated, especially if we have more people show up. The more people you get, the tighter and tighter it gets. So that's why those levels exist for anybody that wants to take part in that. And again, we're not asking you to. If you'd like to, it's there. You can just reach out to me or Josh, shoot us a message, and we will absolutely tell you how that works.
Yeah, space is limited because in the middle, there's going to be a wrestling rink that's taking up a lot of the space. So you don't have much room to set up booths or anything, merch tables.
We keep talking about this. Everybody's going to show up, and they're going to expect to see this. Seriously, it's going.
Me and Caleb have talked about it.
Wrestling?
Yeah, it's too late this year, but we might have to have a bigger venue next year. But it'd be cool to have one.
Afterparty backyard wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Light
Caleb
tubes,
can tell you about
ladders,
that.
and trash cans, and glass, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Tax.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yep. We'll even custom make some belts for people to win when they win their match.
Out
We'll
of
just build a
cardboard.
bracket. We'll build a bracket, you know. We'll
Oh,
do top of the card all the way down to the main event. We'll just kind of build it.
We should make a belt. We should go doing yard selling and then find stuff we can hot glue onto a belt and make a WWE belt, a reseller belt.
That'd be a cool idea, wouldn't it?
That would be funny.
that would be awesome.
Every reseller finds a piece to put on the belt.
I may be slow coming in on this or noticing this, but Wolfman's Goodies Chad is a member of the locker room now. I did not realize that before just now.
Yep, he is on. He is just the tipper. That's right, Chad.
Well, Chad, we appreciate you, man.
Yeah, buddy. And he also purchased 2 tickets for who did he buy those for?
Woody.
Yeah, I believe it was Woody.
Mm-hmm.
Woody and his wife to come to the meetup, and that's very generous.
Yep.
It's awesome. All right. Well, this isn't a reselling podcast unless we talk a little reselling. So anybody have any exciting stories to share about sales, customer altercations, complaints?
My best sale, if we want to do sale of the week, I sold a set of Titleist irons. They're old, oversized DCI that I picked up in Orlando while yard selling with Dragon Masters Finds. I bought an entire bag full of golf clubs, and there was probably a good $150 of brand new Nike Mojo balls in it as well.
Wow.
I'm keeping those because I play golf, but I'm selling all the clubs, and I sold the pitch and wedge through 4 iron. So it was a full set of irons for $80 on best offer. So I've got all my money back and already into the profit on the first set of clubs that come out of, and there's a ton more.
Wow.
So that was my best sell this week. Sales have been steady though, so I've been happy about that.
Yeah.
My sales are slow, but my whole store has been on pause, so I still have a handful of sales. The best sell, I sold a Jimmy Swaggart Bible commentary book lot. So 11 volumes on this, $70 on these. I got these at an estate sale. So
I like that you said swag art.
Hey, we got to recognize an MVP member to the locker room. Mike Camparelli is in the house. Let's give him a big round, dude. He is psyched to come to the 127. Actually, I've got the great opportunity of picking Mike up from the airport when he flies into Knoxville. He and I are going to ride down together and ride back, and great supporter of this channel and just a great all-around guy. So I'm very excited, Mike, to spend some time with you in person. And he's actually shacking up with us at the Airbnb, fellas. So yeah.
I met Mike recently in Orlando for the first time, and he's one of the sweetest people I've ever met. And he gives amazing big old bear hugs.
You feeling fuzzy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched that today. That was pretty cool. Seriously.
That video, y'all, for those who have seen or not seen my new video, it's all chaotic nonsense. Exactly what I wanted it to be. I didn't want to film I didn't want to film a typical like a reseller event vlog. I just wanted to be stupid and dumb and film it, and so far people seem to be enjoying it. So
yeah, dude, I loved your karaoke in the car, man. That's awesome.
Freaking Taylor Swift and George Strait.
I saw that earlier too.
Were you karaokeing in the car to Taylor Swift?
They want my money. Yeah. Trouble.
I gotta find the eject button in the locker room real quick. Hold on, guys.
Hey, Woody's asking, how's everybody's sales going? Typical election year for sure. How's everybody's sales?
Mine have been
picked up the last few days. I had a really slow few days before I left for Omaha, and then I was telling Caleb about this. The Thursday that I put my store on time away, I had 6 sales. I'd had like 1 sale in 2 days. First time it had been like that in a while. The weekend was okay before Omaha, but man, Monday, Tuesday were horrible. And then on Thursday, on time away, I got 6 sales that day. Didn't make any sense at all. But I think I've had like 13 or 14 the last couple of days. And the best sale I've had was it was a vintage Oregon Ducks Nike Made in USA jersey. It sold for 80. So
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like 6 sales. I'm on time away. I think it ended today though, so I haven't sent off any offers or listed anything for a whole week. So that's probably why my sales are pretty terrible.
Mine for the week, I'm right at 20 total sales for the week, which is terrible for me. But I did have this come through. I told y'all about this before we went live.
it's nice.
This is an early 90s Braves hat that I listed, and there's a sold comp for $495. I don't know what I priced it at, but anyway, offer came through for $100, and I thought, well, I got this at my Goodwill for 99 cents. I'll take $100 and run all day long on that margin. But he ain't paid yet.
Yeah.
Does this sound familiar?
It sounds just like my vintage LA Lakers. The last person that bought it never paid for it.
Yeah,
it's that impulse, man. It's easy to get that impulse, but follow through stinks for some of these people.
Yeah.
I found I shouldn't say I find. You guys know I bought the hat death pile from Happy and Grumpy Picker. There was a vintage 90s Braves hat in that lot as well, but it's not a good one like yours. It's still like a $15 hat that I paid, $2 for. So I'm cool with that, but I would have loved to have found a freaking $100 hat in that lot. And there still may be. I haven't listed them all.
Go ahead and read it out loud. I'm not going to.
All right. Ben told Shane that all proceeds from his new video about Trash to Cash meetup need to go into locker room account ASAP. Well, I would rather that happen than what is actually happening, because T Swift, and George Strait have claimed monetization on my video. So even though I don't have the full-on monetization yet, I'm less than 150 hours away. So hopefully that video would have been making me money, or I was hoping it would be, but now it won't be. So I'd rather it go to the locker room. Trust me.
They must have people that just watched videos to catch that kind of stuff. What's that?
It's a Funko Pop. It comes with the Funko Pop and a T-shirt. I sold it on Macari. I forgot about this sale. Little box set. Cool. Yeah, $34 on that.
I have a question for Josh.
Go for it.
Because Josh just got back from the Planes to Profit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to know what you enjoyed most about it, but there was also one question I saw that you never answered. And I don't remember the exact gist or the exact question, but the gist of it was, who's your favorite, Grams or Pops?
I knew that question was going to pop up.
I wasn't the only one that didn't answer that, by the way. Now, Corey,
they're not here, so
yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, Corey messaged me after the video came out with that on it and said, "Man, I could have used your support," But
yeah, he got smoked.
Man, I'm just gonna plead the fifth on that still.
Grams. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, we heard it, Grams.
Yeah, my wife that's my wife hollering from across the room.
That's funny.
I think that's probably the safe answer.
I am
but as far as the
curious
event itself,
what your favorite part was.
Yeah, as far as the event itself, I'm telling you, kind of what Caleb was talking about. I wasn't at any events. This is my first one, Omaha was.
Mm-hmm.
But hearing a lot of you talk about the networking, just meeting everyone, and kind of the, I enjoyed the breakout sessions. I enjoyed everything that we done. The thrifting was fun, but more than anything, just the informal hanging out where you can kind of group up here, group up there, kind of just work the crowd and, meet everybody, shake hands and exchange stories and really just get to know each other on a more personal level. Because, this is great. I feel like I know all you guys way better than I did, a few months back. But there's still nothing like sitting down in the same room, eye to eye, and having a conversation. Just nothing like that.
Dude, that's what 127 Meetup is all about, Josh. Yeah. That's exactly what it's all about.
And that's what I'm excited about when it comes to that, because, it's not a bunch of, and like I said, I enjoyed this. It's a different kind of event because it's about the yard sale and then meeting up in the evenings. And I get that. But, like for Corey and Teresa and Alicia and Lori and Kyle, what they were doing there in Omaha, it's a little different because there's not a big event going on. So you have to have your days planned and kind of scheduled out. But in the midst of all of that, it was still just that networking time that really stood out to me. I mean, that was the best part by far to me. Just getting
I
to talk
feel
to
the
everyone.
exact same way about the Orlando trip I made with the Trash to Cash group. The networking was my absolute favorite part of the whole event.
Well, it's not even close for me.
Yeah.
I mean, we were at breakfast real early every morning, and except for the last morning, like Corey and Teresa were down early, and there weren't that many that got
Thanks,
there
Woody.
early, and so
Appreciate
the crowd was small, and it was just, and I mean, I didn't mind the bigger groups. I just get off to the side with somebody and talk, but in those kind of quiet moments in the mornings, man, that was great. That hour or two first thing in the morning. And I love that. That especially was really good to me.
I can tell you, I'm going to have to drink a lot of coffee before I look at these two guys' face in the house when we get up in the morning,
Well, here's one thing I noticed. Here's one thing I noticed at Trash to Cash. There's always that one like more famous YouTuber that's all the attention's kind of focused on them anyways. So the smaller groups, that's where you get a lot of more interaction because the more famous guys they're being swamped by everybody. Everybody wants to talk to them. And I'll apologize now to you guys that I'm that guy taking all the attention when we get up there. I apologize now.
Hey,
I don't want that, but it is what it is.
It's just going to happen, Shane. You can't help it.
But seriously,
Guys, we got to chime in, Mr. Woody, $10 super chat. Give it to him, boys. Clap a hand for him right here. Yes, give him super chat tone music for you there, Woody.
We got super chat music.
We don't have dolphins and people.
I don't have any dolphins.
You just need some
Shane, we're not that fancy around here. Hey, we got Sal's in the house. Hello.
Sal Mercado.
Yes.
Mercado. I said Mercado.
Thank you, Woody, for the super chat, buddy. You're awesome. He is also he's the first one, of this show. Great.
Yeah, awesome. Definitely appreciate that.
All right, Caleb. What can we expect next from the Old Paths channel?
Boy, that's a question.
Okay. And you got to do it in your voice.
You can't put me on the spot. Oh, that makes it hard. Well, I will say this. Today's video is doing really well. Bobby, today's video is doing great. That wasn't very good. But no, today's video is doing good, so I'm encouraged about that. And I don't know. One thing I will say about making videos, it's hard to be original week after week with a topic. Like if you want to talk in depth at all like we do, it gets hard to come up with a unique topic week after week without repeating yourself eventually. Just simply because there's only so many things to talk about. Yeah. And I'm not well versed in, how to help people with their taxes or stuff like that, that kind of stuff. So I avoid that type of stuff. But just more of the same, I guess.
Well, we got to say hello to a locker room MVP, Vintage Sports Flips. Keith is in the house. Welcome in, Keith. Good to see you, buddy.
What's up, Keith?
Yeah, I try not to have topics on every video. It works out.
Well, I think I kind of messed up and started that way, and now it's just a format that I do. So I've only repeated myself just one time. So I believe anyway.
My view on it, I have to agree with you, Caleb. It is a challenge from week to week to try to come up with something. But I think a couple of reasons being why that is, I believe. Number one, the reselling market on YouTube is just a small niche in itself. And two, like you said, what can you say that ain't already been said?
Yep.
But it's been saturated. just like the eBay platform has been saturated, guys. Everybody wonders why they don't get sales all the time, because it's saturated. I mean, millions and millions of products with how many, you can't even say duplicate, because duplicate means 2 times it by, I don't know, 500,000 on a lot of items. You can go on there and find them Ninja Turtle Fugglers, and there's like 500 of them or more on there. In a course of a week, they grew up that fast on eBay.
Yeah.
Yep. Mine all went back to Walmart where they were found.
Yeah. So it's saturation, you know, it's saturation, I believe, has a lot to do with it. Josh, what do you think?
Oh, definitely. I was thinking when you were saying that, when I was at home, still a kid, and my dad was doing eBay like back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I remember, there was no such thing as sell similar, because for one, so much of what they were listing was unique. Yeah. And it's almost impossible now to find anything that you don't find a sold comp for in some listings. I mean, even the more rare things, there's going to be 8 or 10 on there to find. And I mean, they had to type from scratch. I know some of y'all that's been doing it a long time. I mean, I sat there and watched him and my sister-in-law worked that together, did their store. And I mean, they would start from the bottom, having to fill every single space in, from scratch, and do all the research to list the item. And, like you said, it's so saturated now, and it didn't just happen overnight. It's not just been, sometimes I think when you listen to some of the resellers, they make it sound like it's happened since COVID, but I mean, it really hadn't. It's been growing. No. I mean, it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger with every year that passes. And
it has.
The economy like it is, who knows? It may help us eventually, because, I mean, I don't know. It may lead some people out, combined with the tax changes that they made. I do think that maybe has potential to shrink it a little bit, and that would probably help sales for the ones that are still in it. But
yeah, I agree with that. Hey, Octo is in the house. Hello, afternoon, minions.
So we can have 100 or like maybe 500 people at the house now, because we got a cleanup fund going on now.
Yeah.
Mary McQueen, give her a round of applause. A $10 super chat, the cleanup fund. Absolutely. Thank you, Mary.
Oh, Mary doesn't get her own music. Dang.
Oh, well, let me give you something here. Hold on a minute. I gotta find it here.
Come on, DJ.
Mary probably likes Fleetwood Mac. Or wait, they may demonetize.
Yeah, that's copyright. I got to use this kind of stuff. This is for my favorite Mary. Thank you so much for your super chat, Mary.
Hey, I want to real quick. James Lamp, dude, I had no idea that red Nike hat was a viewer sale, man. So thank you very much. I appreciate the sale.
Oh yeah, James, welcome in, James.
I even sent, because I did a short, I don't know, a week or so ago, where I sold a hat that I bought from Flippy McFlipperson on Whatnot, and I told Lori, Happy Picker, because I bought that big lot of theirs. I was like, next time I sell a hat from it, I'll make a short for you too and shout your guys' channel out. And so I sent her a picture of that red Nike hat, and I was like, was this one of yours? Because I couldn't remember, and I did not want to go back and watch my own videos to find out. And she was like, no, that one wasn't one of ours. I was like, all right. But yeah, guys, if you buy something from me and you want me to know it was from you, leave me a buyer's note or whatever. I'll shout you out in a video, whatever. But that was very cool. So thank you again. I really, really appreciate that sale, James.
Awesome. Viewer sales are always awesome, man.
Yeah, that's the first one I've had in like a year.
Just sold 2 more tickets, guys.
Oh, hey. If you're in chat and you just bought them, let us know who you are. We'll shout you out here. This is awesome.
What's the total now?
22 total.
Oh, here we go. 22. Fibers, Flowers, and Vines just bought our meetup tickets. Replay, Game Lab, and I. And awesome. They are local to
thank
me.
You guys. Thank
they're
you
local
so much, guys.
They're local to who?
Me.
Really? Awesome.
Good deal.
We need to get together, guys, on that replay for sure.
And they are for sale right now.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm going to put the hyperlink in the chat again. You
I like
click on this link.
Hyperlink.
Yep, I like it. It sounds spacey and Star Wars-ish.
It's very 1998 of you.
1998 of me. Year we won the national championship. That's a special year, 1998.
Raise your hand if you were still in school in 1998.
I graduated
barely
that year.
Well, I mean, that counts.
I was asleep most of the time, but I was there.
I graduated in 91, boys.
I slept through like first to like third period.
I was born by 91, so that's good.
By 91.
Serious.
Chris, I appreciate the hat sale to you as well, buddy. Chris bought one of my Soda City Flips hats.
It's awesome.
Then let's go to Nashville Meetup.
Yeah,
Lee Brown graduated the year I was born, 1979. Lee Brown also said he almost clicked off my video today. I must have been boring him. Then I started karaoke and he was all about it.
Good Lord, Matt graduated in 2006, I mean.
Wow.
You guys are all puppies, Larry says.
Pups.
Well, where'd it go?
Bunch
It's
of
moving
pups.
so fast. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. So I think saying that we're stoked, is that not the word you use, Caleb?
That's
Probably.
the word I used.
I don't know a lot of words for excited.
No, on your all's last episode.
I tried to come up with a few new words,
You know what?
Us people from the sticks, we don't know how to talk.
I've got one for you. I'm amped.
Amp.
There you go. I tell them we've said it so many times they're gonna think that's the only word in our vocabulary.
We're a bunch of rednecks, man. I mean, anything goes over here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, Mary says I have a dumb question. Yeah, I'm staying like 2 miles from the meetup. How far is the meetup from the sale? Like, do you park somewhere else or specific to go to sales? Clearly, my first 127. Sorry, Mary. I sounded like a Valley girl when you like.
She wants her super chat back now.
No refunds. You want to answer that, Caleb?
I'll answer it. All right. So you're saying 2 miles from the meetup venue. I'm assuming it's what that means. So the 127 sale runs up and down Highway 127 I think it's from Michigan all the way down into does it go through Alabama? It goes to lower Alabama, right?
Yeah. LA.
So, yeah, I mean, 127 is a really, really big highway, runs all that way. And these sales are off to the side of the highway from all the way up there to all the way down there. In Crossville, we just happen to be one of the most populated places for the 127. Like, there are tons and tons and tons of sales through this area and through the towns around us, both directions. There's sales everywhere. So you won't be parking much unless you're pulling off to go to a bunch of the tents and things like that. You'll basically be parking, going to 3 or 4, and then getting back in, driving some down the road, going to a few more. It's huge. It really is the world's largest yard sale. It's everywhere.
Rural Squirrel, Kristen is in the house. Sounds like it'll be tons of fun. Oh my goodness. To me,
I got a squirrel right there.
Got a varmint in the house. Squirrel.
It's the event of the year, I would say.
Welcome,
we're hoping that this event is the event of the year. And listen, the best thing about it is it's an event for the people. This isn't our event. This is our event, everybody's event. So we want, everybody to come and have a good time.
Yep.
You're welcome, Mary. Yep. Hope I explained that somehow.
Shane, what is on your koozie? Is that your wife?
It is. It was from her birthday.
Okay.
Her sister had these made when she turned 40. It says the one where Lindsay turned 40. All right, I don't get that. But yeah, that's my wife.
Twins. That's how they titled all the episodes.
She hates these things, so I use it all the time.
Your husband right there.
That's funny.
Oh, that's great.
I can't find my phone. I could have swore I had it in here. I'm probably getting sales like crazy and can't tell anybody.
Yeah,
You're probably not.
me too.
Yeah. Has anybody had a show sale yet? I've not had one yet.
I haven't had
I don't
any
think
sales, but I haven't
I'm
sent
gonna have
out
to actually.
offers. I have 38 offers I could send off, and I haven't done it yet.
Fat
I need
Grandma
you.
Fines is joining us. Welcome in, Fat Grandma.
Whoa. Miss Paula, how are you?
Yeah.
That's Miss Paula, y'all. She's
Paula.
she's a friend of my channel.
Love the wifey koozie, Bethany says, Alex.
So I guess I got to get one of my wife now, a koozie.
Is she 40 yet? I mean, you don't have to tell us that, but if she is, there you go.
No, she is. She is not 40.
Well, when she turns 40, she needs a koozie with her face on it.
What does she get when she hits 50? That's what I'd like to know.
I could say a joke, but she'd be probably offended if I did. So.
Yeah.
Smart man.
I'm going to say it anyways. So I don't know what you would get at 40 because, you got to upgrade.
Caleb, I'd say you have to keep Mama happy because if you make her mad, she won't cook for the event, won't she?
Oh,
yeah, and I need my chicken and dumplings.
Yep. Got to keep her happy. Got to keep
banana pudding too.
Banana
Need that.
pudding. Yep.
Okay,
Definitely.
Ben.
We cannot jeopardize the banana pudding. That's for sure.
I do not have a show sale yet, but for the first time in a very long time, all of my arrows are pointing up and they're green.
Sweet.
All my sales are up. All my click-through rate, my listing views, my sales conversion rate, listing impressions, everything is trending upwards. So that's amazing.
That's good.
My sales are up 23.2% since the last 31 days.
That's good, man.
I'm in trouble now in the chat for my wife, so
I see that.
I gotta make up and try to give her some hearts real quick. There, those are for you, Bethany. I love you.
Oh,
I
there
caught
you
them
go.
all. I caught them all.
Oh, Shane stole them.
Well,
man.
I was just talking a little bit ago about, when you accept an offer and it takes forever sometimes for a buyer to pay or doesn't pay at all. Did eBay not address this in the seller's winter update that they've been taking measures to cut that out? That if you accept an offer, it will automatically charge that buyer. I mean, have y'all read any of that?
I haven't, but I've not. I told you guys on one of our previous shows, it's like a 50-50 shot on mine that and now maybe I need to check and see if it's an offer I send versus a offer sent to me. But like half of mine say we will charge the buyer if you accept this offer or whatever. So maybe that's what it is. The offers that they send to me, maybe they're required to click that they'll pay now or whatever. But offers I send out, maybe they're not.
Well, he sent me an offer. I accepted, and now he ain't paid yet. But let's come back to that, Shane. I want to talk more about that and get your all's opinion on it, too. Chad Wolfman Goodies, Super Chat, $10 in the house. Thank you very much, Wolfman. Turkey Ford Wolfman at that.
Thank you, Chad. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that? If somebody makes you an offer, you accept it, and then here it is, they've still not paid, and then they've got 3 or 4 days to do so. What do y'all think?
Yep.
I think it's no bueno.
Yeah, that should not be a thing. Pretend there's thumb bubbles.
I'll give you 2. I don't think that'll work. Wait.
Whoa, it's raining.
Now it's raining. What's going on?
See, this does whole bunch of weird things.
You Eeyore now because you're so depressed. That rain shows up wherever you go.
I'm depressed because you stole the hearts.
Caleb, have you experienced that where you've accepted offers and they've not paid?
Many, many times. Not as many here lately, but I have had it happen quite a few times. But Kristen has some news right here. I didn't actually read the seller update, but if this is true, it will be an epic change because this has been talked about for like 5 years and it's not happened. So I hope it's true.
Yeah. She said she's seen a lot more offers come in saying the buyer will automatically be charged. Yeah. I've not really had many of them, but I got one today on this a vintage Braves hat. So who knows?
I like
I mean, I would
Octo's
assume
way
that
of
would be
handling
something.
business.
Go ahead, Josh.
No, I was going to say, I would assume that that would be something on the buyer's end that they could select, like auto payment when they do make an offer. So if the offer is accepted, they don't have to go back on to check. And I think that's what happens sometimes if they don't have auto payment set up. Some people don't, get on eBay every single day, and so they get on there in some spare time. They cruise around, they make an offer, they're back off the platform. You accept it, and it's 2 days later before they even get back on. And because I mean, I do, a lot of times they do pay, they just don't pay real timely. And I mean, I had someone today that they made an offer, but they also commented about how my shipping was too high, and they had got, how that goes. I got this item for $20 plus shipping from someone else, and yours is just way too high. So this is all I'm offering you. I'm like, well, okay. So I hadn't changed it from priority to ground. It's an older listing. My bad. So I just accepted the offer. And then, here I am. It's like 8 hours later. I thought, well, they were on. I accepted immediately. I thought they're going to go ahead and pay. No.
Yeah.
But if a buyer commits to buying something, I remember back in the day where eBay, if you committed to buying something as a buyer and you didn't do it, you would get a negative feedback as a buyer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm old enough to remember that. And it's like, where did that go? I wish that was back.
Yeah,
Are any of y'all familiar with what Fat Grandma says here, that I have my settings such that they can't make an offer unless they have a payment method available? Have y'all ever heard of that?
Nope. But I am intrigued.
Yeah, I am too.
I will definitely be looking into that.
I do have my offers set, like you have to pay immediately if you buy from me, but I'm not sure that applies to offers. Like I'm not
right
about that.
Yep.
If they're charged, can't they still cancel the sale?
Yeah.
Alicia's here.
Yeah. Hey, Alicia.
Howdy.
I don't know. Do y'all know the answer to that one?
Yeah, they can still cancel. I mean, there's nothing stopping anybody from saying, I want to cancel, and it's up to you. But I've always been of the mind that if you don't cancel, you're looking at a return, so you might as well go ahead and cancel.
Yeah. Chris says
how you get it back.
Depends if the buyer's using PayPal or card. Mike Camparelli, they're rolling out the immediate payment for offers, but it will take some time since they have to deal with a lot of different payment types from buyers. I've gotten payments and not. Okay, Mike, I appreciate you telling us that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Miss Paula says there's a setting for it, but she can't remember where it is to save her life.
I'm going to have to figure that out because that sounds like a lifesaver.
There you go, Shane.
Well, maybe that's what it is. The old school eBayers are probably still using PayPal, whereas the younger generation is probably using their credit cards because that's what they're used to doing every day. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the ones with credit cards are being charged immediately, and the ones with PayPal still have the 4-day time period.
Could
possibly.
Be.
And the younger generation is now using their wrists and they just scan on the computer.
Yeah,
so that's for real. That's coming. No doubt.
Wrist pay.
They have the mark of the beast in their wrist.
Inked Picker says, howdy, gentlemen. And Jason, my buddy Jason
says yes.
He says he's been saying yes all night in this chat, and I have no idea what he's talking about.
Well, Jason, you are correct.
Jason's a great guy. We just had him on the Rocky Top Reseller Spotlight Wednesday night. This dude has got a plethora of stuff. I'm telling you. I mean, the bankroll that kid's got is unreal in merchandise. So yes, Fat Graham finds I have mine set that way too. No problems with non-payment since. Well, man, what are we doing wrong? Because I didn't know there was a setting.
That's what we're doing wrong is we set ours up and have never gone back to it since.
Hey, Kristen, you're not much older than me. There's no way. So I'm old school too. I stopped eBay in like 2003 and never touched it again until I started reselling. So I remember the old school eBay.
Back in the day, back in like probably, I want to say probably like 98 or 99, I sold a set of rails off of a truck that go on the bed, like that run down the bed.
Yeah.
I sold them on auction on eBay back then, packed them up, shipped them out, the whole 9 yards. Like I don't sell anything like that anymore, hardly, but I was doing that stuff back then, the big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember how I did it. I just bubbled them like crazy and then took craft paper and wrapped them up and taped them up real good and slapped it on there and done.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was on eBay, like Woody says, when it was dial-up internet, dude. There was less than 1,000 items on eBay when I first ran across that website.
Man.
Yeah, I used to collect sports cards, and I bought a ton of sports cards.
Yeah, buddy. I did.
Like you had to be committed if you were buying them, because if you were looking at an item, you had like 5 minutes invested in every picture you looked at, waiting on it to fill in. I mean, you decided to buy, you better follow through because you done invested a lot of time.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've not done so already, if you've not purchased your tickets to the Highway 127 meetup, the link is in the chat for you to click on and buy tickets. Tickets are limited. You do not want to be left out of this event. We are pouring our hearts and souls into making this an everybody event to attend.
Yes.
It's an opportunity to meet your YouTube people face to face, form some personal relationship face to face with. Good food, banana pudding, chicken dumplings. Don't know what all we're having, but I'm telling you, it's going to be spectacular.
And
So
you get to meet Shane, the star of the show.
That's right.
buddy. And, he may even do a diss video about you, too. So you're going to come to the 127. That's right.
You never know who's going to be on the next diss track, except Mike Camparelli is guaranteed because of that insane super chat he gave us.
I think you ought to include all of our MVP members and everybody that's ever gave a super chat, Shane. You should put them in your diss video.
That's too many people. They got to come with some money because this is my time.
That's
on
true.
My channel.
Hey,
No.
ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying this program, please give us a like. It helps the channel out. We sure would appreciate it very much. And after the replay is up, we would love if you would just share this with other resellers that you know that may not be familiar with the Resellers Locker Room. We certainly would appreciate it. And by the way, since they're joining us here, go over to the Two Old Guys Reselling podcast, give their videos a thumbs up, give them a subscribe mainly, and let's help these guys out too. We all work together as a team, helping one another, and that's what life should be all about.
That's right.
Absolutely. Kristen said down there.
Kristen wants some collards.
Yeah. If you come, Kristen, we will make the collard greens.
Collard greens.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So people are commenting about money orders. You remember that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You would have to wait. You wouldn't ship anything until you got that money order in the mail.
Money orders, checks. Yep.
Yeah. And I remember thinking, I'm never going to get this $300 autographed card I just bought. You know what I mean? I just, every time I bought a card, I was like, this guy's not going to send my card.
Yeah. I remember when
I never got screwed over then. I get screwed over now.
I remember when the credit card stuff started up and it would take like 3 days for the credit cards to clear. And, there was a time there they wanted you to ship it before the payment ever cleared. And it's like, this just ain't fair. Like, what if they, like nowadays, a buyer can go on there and say, hey, this was a fraudulent transaction and get their money back. It's just, it's crazy.
Fried okra. Yeah, Woody.
Oh, man.
Absolutely. With the collar.
Fried okra. That sounds pretty good.
Not that stuff out of the bag in the freezer either.
Nope.
Kristen, I've had that, Kristen. I've had people do that back in the day.
Cash in the envelope. Wow.
Yeah. I've got
my dad got some of that.
Coin through the mail. I'm serious. That's crazy. Yeah, no dings for delayed shipping back then. I remember that. Yep. Awesome.
I will be right back. I'm going to step out for just one moment.
BRB.
Be right back.
He's got a fart.
Oh, guess my.
Josh, y'all are in the locker room, man. You are subject to nonsense.
Look at Josh's face is turned red as he's.
I'm red all the time, brother. I'm red all the time. It wasn't embarrassment. That was laughing.
Woody
Oh my
said,
goodness.
I eat fried okra like popcorn. Man, that's how we do
I
it in
love
this
it,
house,
man.
too.
Yeah, buddy, that's awesome. I love fried okra.
Yeah. Last year was the first time we hadn't had a big garden in a long time. We just had too much going on last year to put one out, but we usually plant a pretty good sized garden, and most of my family grow stuff too. So I mean, there's just an abundance of vegetables, during the summertime.
What's the soil like down there? Because I live in sand. Nothing really grows for us when we try.
It varies. Like over where I grew up at my mom and dad and my uncle, we live side by side, and there's a lot of clay there, so they have to be really careful about when they plow. They can't plow too early when it's still wet, or to just roll out and it dries up in them big hard knots.
Yeah.
So it has to be pretty dry. But like here, I've got a pretty good mixture. I've got good topsoil, good sand, clay down on the bottom, holding water. I've got great. I mean, I'm blessed, man, out here where my garden is. So mine does
Ours
really
is
well.
just straight sand. It's annoying.
Yeah.
We can't.
That's
The area I live in South Carolina, there's no basements. You cannot build basements.
Right.
It's all sand.
Yeah, I heard my dad talk about that when they lived in Orlando. It was the same way. There was just not much you could grow because of that. But you can always put in some of those raised beds. You can grow a lot in a small space if you do it right.
Well, I considered doing like a container garden. You know what I'm saying? Buy a bunch of containers and kind of do that thing. I saw some YouTube videos on that and it looks cool. And it looks fairly simple.
Those raised beds, you can get like the metal feeding troughs, and stuff like that too. Instead of just building it out of wood, you can set those up, put your drain holes in it, fill it up with actual topsoil, and you can do really, really good with that. You can pack a lot of stuff into one of those.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Kristen's already got tomatoes. She's already got tomatoes and peppers started already. She says
you better if you're going to grow them yourself.
Yeah, I'd like to do peppers to be good.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm a buyer on some peppers, Kristen.
Peppers and I would want cilantro.
Oh, I love cilantro, man. Well, that's good stuff.
Watermelons grow well in sandy soil.
Now, Caleb,
I love watermelon.
True.
When did you say we'll have the menu announcements? When did you alluded to that earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, I kind of said maybe in the next few weeks, months, something like that.
He's got to consult a greater authority.
He goes next few weeks, months, something like that. There were 3 time frames given there, gentlemen.
Next
He's
few
not
weeks,
going to put on the spot now.
Weeks, months, something like that.
Day before the event, something. We'll figure it out.
Whenever the boss decides to tell him what she's
doing.
Well,
Tanya must be watching this because she's going to stick it to him after the show.
She's been talking about her ideas and stuff, and so that's not my department. So I could say what I think, but I don't know but I can promise you this: what we've talked about, either way, any way we go, it's going to be pretty dang awesome.
Well, of course, dude, because last year was out of this world.
Well, think about last year and amp that up just huge.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I can say it like this. You won't go anywhere in this town or anywhere around this town and eat better that night than you would at our event. That I'm looking forward promise.
To. Ben told all of us behind scenes, a few weeks ago about how good the cooking was. I'm looking forward to it. I ain't no little dude. I like to eat. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, that's the way we are. We likes to eat.
Yeah.
We don't fool around.
Yes.
Hey, Taylor Swift's getting me some subs, y'all.
At least get something out of it. If you don't get the money.
Yep. Can't get the money. I might as well get some subscribers.
Hey, I had a sale.
You got the first live sale. All right.
I sold a Funko Pop, $11.37.
What Funko Pop?
Well, hold on. I got to go back and look. I think it was.
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta find my phone. I don't like not having cha-chings nearby, and top off the old Lindsay koozie. Be right back.
Hey, Jason says that they could bring some chocolate pies, Caleb.
Oh my gosh, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Mary says that's so sweet for Tanya to take care of all that. That's right, Mary. She did all of it last year too, man. It was so good. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. This is a Star Wars The Last Jedi First order, Snow Trooper number 67.
I don't have that one.
I bought like, gosh, man, I don't know, probably 200 Funko Pops.
Yeah. That's
And,
Hold on a minute.
What did you get per Funko Pop? I had like $2 to $3 wrapped up in the lot that I bought.
I had about $1.50 a piece.
Oh, nice.
Is that your
What do you
crappy
want-
sell of the week? No, that's not my crappy. That's my crappy sell of the week. Yes. Actually, I don't think I did share my sell of the week with you guys, did I?
No.
So earlier today,
Goat slobber.
Goat slobber.
Goat slobber.
Very good.
I sold this really cool guy earlier today. I'll actually show you guys. I'll go get him off the rack because he's pretty big, and I will share this with you and show everybody what I sold.
Cool. What do you think of that little that TV screen back there? He's got us in that rolling spotlight deal. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah. All right.
I need to get a monitor down here.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that thing.
That's creepy. You said my thing was creepy. You were freaked out about this.
You know what
and you bring that.
Yeah. Well, he don't.
I thought that was an Anakin Skywalker bust, Caleb, when you walked up with that.
This is hillbilly Chucky right here, apparently.
Yeah, that thing's. Yeah, both them things are scary.
Well, funny story about my guy. He's so big he had to go on the top rack. He's like, oh gosh, 3 foot tall. And Logan brought something up here the other day for us, and he comes back in the house and he's like, get rid of it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, that thing up on that rack scared me to death. Get rid of it. So he'll be happy that sold, but it sold for $105, not working.
Wow.
Yep. They were going for like 150, 200 bucks working.
Where did you find that?
Oh, Tanya bought it. A yard sale. I can't remember right now, but he works part of the time. He's emotion activated. So you run your hand in front of him. Sometimes he'll work, sometimes he won't. So I just had to go ahead and sell him as a non-working, like a parts only type deal, but he still sold for 105. So
Yeah,
it probably costs like $25 to ship it.
There's going bad on it, which somebody could probably fix that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Chris says, nice sale, Caleb.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
I'm going to call Shane so he can find his phone and come back.
Now, Chris, Easy Pickens, already got his tickets. He's already locked in his Airbnb. Yep. And I don't know if he'll mind me sharing this, but the street name where he's staying is kind of ironic. And it makes me want to switch houses, to be honest, Alex.
We're going to trade.
He's going to be staying on Rocky Top Drive.
Oh.
And that is where our Airbnb should have been. So if we're too crowded at our house for the after party, go to Chris's.
There you go.
Did you have any sales, Shane? Oh, you can't hear me yet.
I bet he didn't. Hello, Margaret.
Shane, did you have any sales? Did you miss anything?
No, I did not.
Typical. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
I did get a friend request from Chris Moose on Facebook.
Hey, that's better than any sale you could ask for right there.
That's true. Chris is
And
awesome.
I brought
sneaky,
the channel mascot.
Huh. That's great.
Yep, we got snakes in the locker room, man.
This is Reese Slitherspoon.
Nice.
Yep.
She's an
All right.
awesome little girl.
I need to get a channel mascot when I can afford it. I'm getting a bearded dragon.
Well, we're going to adopt Reese. That'll be our mascot, like you said, for the locker room. Caleb's like, no way, Jose.
No, Mary just made a very bad comment.
Oh, she did?
Caleb, would you have preferred a spider? That's not even funny.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Not even
Spiders. Hey,
There's some people that have like the tarantulas as pets.
Yeah.
Not this guy. No, sir.
Caleb, we can't have you in the locker room, man, unless we talk a little wrestling.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's
Dude,
talk Jake the Snake.
Jake the
He's-
Snake.
yeah. Let's talk about, well, we can't really talk about it, but I'm sure you probably heard the news of the latest troubles of Vince McMahon, have you not?
Oh my gosh. How could you not hear about that?
Now,
Craziness.
I'm watching, you watch these YouTube channels and some do like their own newscasts of certain subjects. I've been hearing that there's a lot of wrestlers tied into this big mess too.
I've only heard one other name, and I hope it's not true. Someone mentioned Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's.
Well, they didn't name him by name, but it says a former, like back in the time when he was re-signing a contract, it says a former UFC and former WWE champion. Well, who else could that be?
Yeah.
There was only one. That was Brock Lesnar. So, yeah, it's actually pretty sad. Like everything that's been accused of him, lots of sex trafficking and stuff like that. And it's horrible, like horrible. If it's all true, which, I mean, there's so much of it, it's kind of hard to downplay, all that. Like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it was just one source, maybe it would be, but it's coming from every direction right now.
Yeah.
So it caused him to step down, didn't he? I believe he stepped down again and walked away.
He did.
Yeah.
So
He did.
if it made him do that, it's got to be pretty serious.
I didn't know there's multiple sources. I read some of the text messages from one of the girls. And that's all I've seen so far, but I haven't followed it. So,
well, some of the sources are older sources that got ignored years ago, before the movement started up and stuff like that. And now those are coming back to light and actually getting attention and things like that. But several of the wrestlers are coming out and just saying how disgusted they are. Like they're verbally, publicly speaking out on it. And it's like, man, this is bad if they're willing to do that. Like,
Yeah.
These guys never spoke bad of Vince McMahon at all. And now they're doing it. It's pretty serious stuff.
Yeah. Well, I want to lighten the mood a little bit. It's still wrestling because it has to do with wrestling figures. And I'm going to pose this question to you guys, and I want each of you to give me your opinion, okay? So I have a bunch of these wrestling figures, right, listed in my store. And I have a lot, LOT lot, of 25 of them for sale. Got a message from a buyer asking, I want to purchase this lot, but I don't want, and he named them all. I don't want this one, this one, this one, this one, but you have some individual figures listed in separate listings. Can you substitute those into this lot and sell them to me? And the lot's only $25. Now, this would involve delisting a bunch of stuff, pulling the old lot down, making a new one. How would you handle that if you had a buyer ask you to do something that detailed only for $25 plus shipping?
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, probably not.
So you have two lots. He wants one from this lot and one from the other lot and mix them together?
Well, there's a lot of 25. He wants to take like 5 of them out of that and pick the other 5 single listed figures and throw them back into that lot. But that requires, a lot of delisting and all that.
Tell him to buy all of them and he'll get the ones he wants plus more. That's what I would tell him.
I'm a reseller. It's in the house. What do you say, Josh? What would you do?
Well, actually, what Alex said could probably work and make it easier for you if he was willing to purchase all combined shipping and then you refund the difference of the 5 that you're keeping. You wouldn't have to delist or relist anything, and you could still ship him out what he's asking for. But now I had something similar happen, but on stuff that was a lot higher value recently, just within the last week or two. I've got a bunch of these Mama Says Dim Decos that I got a big lot of way back, and I've sold probably half of them. I've got like 12 left, and they're all listed individually. And this lady said, okay, there was a divorce and they went missing. She had a big collection. Want to know if I would give her a price on all of them. So I go back there and I pull every single one of these things off the shelf, and I spend all this time going through and trying to come up with the bulk price, count them all up, list all the names, send back this message. You know what I heard back? Crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So I mean,
what I
I
would be
wasted
worried
about an
about.
hour and a half or 2 hours trying to come up with a good deal for this lady. And she didn't even respond and say, I think I'm going to pass. So, I mean, you got to be careful on that side too. But seriously, the way Alex said, there's a way to do it that way where you could probably get out of having to do any work other than just refund the difference.
Yeah. Well, a lot of our people in chat, I've already put it on the screen. They all say that they wouldn't do that. Chris, speaking of Chris Moose, look who's here.
The man, the myth, the legend is in the house.
What's up, Chris? Just saw your friend request on Facebook. I'll get to it after the show, buddy.
I think Chris is right, though. If you sent them anything other than what the picture showed, he'd probably hit you for a not as described.
Oh, yeah, they could definitely do that if they chose to.
Yeah.
You'd be going on trust only.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I did. I said, I'm sorry, for $25, it is not worth my time delisting and rebuilding this purchase. And I just left it at that. I mean, a lot is a lot. You buy what's there in the photos. That's why you put one together, not pick it apart.
Yeah.
But I guess when we're doing that, or when I'm doing that, I guess in my description, I need to be more deliberate that this is a lot sale and will not be broken up individual, will not be mixed with any other items. You buy what you see in the photos.
So you're of the illusion that would cause the seller not to ask for it.
Yeah, well, it makes me feel better because then I can go back and say, go back and read the description, stupid.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything we could put in the description that would stop that from happening. They'll come up.
People don't read. They don't read anyway, right? No. They don't read it anyway.
Don Flippin says I had a buyer ask me to model a pair of coveralls. That's a good one. Yeah. Sure,
oh man, are you serious?
That's what he says right there. That's
my goodness.
I don't know about that.
Andy, what's up, buddy? Still at the bins.
Oh, now here's long story short. I had a guy buy a bulk lot of about 8 pieces of clothing. Now he wants to return 5 of them. Oh, that would be a no-go for me.
I'd say return all of them or don't return any of them because that's how that works,
Andy Someta is still at the bins. Hope you're finding some good stuff.
How long have you been at the bins? Because Ben tripped out when I was there for 8 hours straight at the Goodwill bins.
8 hours?
Yep. There's no way I'd spend
That's
8
like
hours.
Roman commitment there.
We don't have a bin store. Well, we have a bin store, but we don't have a Goodwill bins.
Mm-hmm.
But I've not found any thrift store anywhere I'd stay in 8 hours ever.
So with the thing with the Goodwill, like I do books at the Goodwill bin, so they only come out every couple hours. So we're just kind of waiting around for the next, book.
Do you have
to come out?
Do you have one of them scanner deals you scan books with to see what they're worth?
Yeah. I use that for Amazon. You can use it for eBay too, but I just use it for Amazon. So
I thought about trying something like that, but you got a
Caleb,
lot of I guess.
You're in luck, Caleb.
Yeah, here we go.
Rocky Top's got a link.
You need to go back and watch my video review.
No, I've seen that thing on your channel. I just don't remember it. Old man memory over here.
It works really well, I can assure you.
I just have the older model of the E-Yo-Yo right here. Same thing.
Mine's a newer one.
Yeah, E-Yo-Yo.
Yeah, Alex is more seasoned in using it, but I like it.
I mean, yeah, I used this thing for 2 years straight when I used to just only do Amazon books.
Kristen spent 12 hours. Gosh, 12 hours.
Golly. You got to pack breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
She's camping out at the bins. Goodness.
Maxed out a 3 at the bins.
I mean, I guess y'all's bins are better than our stores because our thrift stores have went so far down. You could stay there 24 hours and not do much better than an hour.
I actually went to a normal Goodwill. So now there's a Goodwill like 6 minutes from my house. And I went there and I was only in there for like a half an hour and got 3 items. So I was happy that the prices there is not too bad at the Goodwill bin or the Goodwill store by my house.
Our Goodwill opened up about 2 years ago, 2.5, something like that. And man, when it opened up, I found stuff in there all the time for the first probably year. And after that, it went downhill, and now you can't find nothing. And it's high priced. Everything is.
Matt, one singular herp.
Who was telling me that there's a bin location where they're requiring you to pay an entry fee or something to get in there?
I saw that somewhere.
That I thought that'd be a great topic for the show, but since you're bringing it up, who was it? He's in here. He sent me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I heard they sent out a flyer. I had the flyer somewhere on my phone, and it's happening at a few locations. I don't know if it's happened here at the bins in Nashville because I haven't been to the bins in like a month. But you have to buy a time slot to get in at some locations now.
Oh, wow.
It's like a raffle, and then you got to pay $3 to go in, and you can. I think there's like a time limit of a block for like 2 hours. You can go in there, 2 or 3 hours. Let me see if I can find the flyer.
Wow.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's messed up, I think. Kristen, have you seen any of this? If you you said you've been to all these bin locations, you've seen anywhere you have to buy a time slot to enter? She's been to 36 different locations.
Yeah, I don't know what the point is, or they're just trying to, because some of them get very crowded, and maybe that's why they're doing it.
Jason says they do have one close to me, and you can pay for early entry. It's pallets, not Goodwill bins, though, he says.
So, yeah, Lissa says the entry fee is at the Canton, Ohio bins and a few other places. We talked about it on Roman and I's show. That must be where
I heard it from her.
Yeah.
Lissa is here. I've not seen you in a spell, girl. Good to see you.
Because you don't come to my Soda City social.
Who doesn't?
There, you don't.
You need to remind me. You normally put it in our chat, dude. You're going live.
She's there every Monday night. Except when Dragon Master Finds decides to run his Whatnot show at the same time.
I've noticed that. It's like, what's up with that, dude?
Yeah, I'm
trying. Are any of you guys on Whatnot?
I'm on Whatnot, but I've only done 2 shows so far. It's been
I've done quite a few shows, but I haven't done one in a few months.
I've done 2, and yeah,
okay.
I've done
Here
2.
It is. So Chris Moose sent me this flyer. I don't know. He kind of fixed it up. I don't know if you could see it.
Wait a minute. Let me put you up here. Oh yeah, you can see that.
So I guess you got to buy times. It says starting February 12th. So I don't think it happened here. I hope not.
Best bins.
You got to buy hourly blocks to go there. Daily limit. What is it? You can buy 10-hour lots though.
Are you drinking Mountain Dew?
$3.
Zero sugar. Zero sugar.
I done had a big thing of tea that was sugar, so.
Yeah, I did at dinner. We went to a Mexican restaurant and I had sweet tea at dinner. So now I'm drinking zero sugar cherry ginger ale by Canada Dry. Good stuff.
What are you going to say, Caleb?
I was going to tell Shane I followed him on Whatnot. I wasn't aware he was on there.
Thank you.
On me like that, Ben.
I'll return the favor.
I love zooming in, man. It's
Ben likes to do that, and he doesn't tell you he's going to.
Oh, there you go.
Hi, everybody. My name's Shane.
Actually, do you know why I go close up on Shane? I'm making sure his pictures are straight.
Yeah.
They're still straight, I think.
Yeah, they are. They look good. That's in horror B movies, aren't they? Is that what those are?
Yeah, all
what they call the B movies.
Horror B movies. Yep.
Yeah. Did you ever see that one?
I haven't hung up that are on the ground here beside me. There's 3 more.
All right. Is it Will? Got to run, guys. And get us much love to you. See you, buddy. Thank you for coming in.
And
guys, go subscribe to him. He's like really close to 100 subs. 2 or 3, I think. Yeah.
What's up, Shanna?
Do you remember
Shanna's
that
here.
there's a B movie, a scary B movie? It's like probably the worst edited movie ever, where there's crows attacking guys, and it's like they look like literally like somebody's holding them, hitting a guy on the head with them. I don't remember what it's called right now, but it was like one of the best, worst movies ever.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
You know-
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
You're speaking of whatnot. It just reminded me with me, Shane, and Alex is, I believe we're going to try to do a whatnot auction of our own at our Airbnb house. Did we not talk about that, guys?
We did.
I think
We did talk about. We haven't finalized anything, but we did mention it.
Yeah, I think we're going to maybe some of the items that we pick, we'll pick especially just to throw on whatnot and do a live show from the Airbnb there. And of course, you know, one of the things I'll let Caleb tell you about it again that I'm really excited about. I think it's going to be fun. Is Lucky 7 being our auctioneer for the auction at the meetup. Let's tell the viewers again about that.
Yes. So Nathaniel over at Lucky 7 Auction on YouTube and eBay and whatnot. And he's got another one called Natman's Old House or Natman's Sold House on whatnot. But he is going to be our live auctioneer during the Picking the Plateau 127 meetup. We're going to have a charity auction, 100% charity auction. That's going to be finalized. We got to get with him and get all the particulars about it, but that's going to be awesome. We're super, super excited about that. For
Now,
sure.
let me ask you this, Caleb. Anybody that's going to be attending the meetup, could they purchase some items from the 127 and donate them into the sale as well?
Possibly, because the reason I say possibly, we're going to have to know ahead of time how many items we can have in a block of time.
Yeah.
And Josh had a good idea. Like if we had more than we could possibly auction off, to just bring them home and maybe do like put them up for sale. What was it? Did you say whatnot, or I can't remember exactly how you said
do
it.
something like that, like a whatnot auction, and get rid of the rest of it.
The same
Still,
way, like a charity
right.
whatnot, just to get it, get it going.
Most
we were kind of hoping that we might be able to collect a lot of it ahead of time.
Question.
Most important question of the night.
Yes, it is. Who's going to answer this one, man?
Every one of us.
100% going to be better than that.
100% better. I mean, I can't say I wasn't there.
No, none. Let me get my pen so everybody knows I'm serious. There will be no comparison, ladies and gentlemen, to what this event is going to be versus the others.
Can you make yourself big, Ben, please?
I want to act like I'm going to in tribute to Ben. I'm going to put a couple of pins in my ears.
There you go. That looks good. Let me get a close up shot of that. I want to see. Yeah, there you go, man. That looks good, bro.
Yep.
Absolutely. Are you kidding?
It's going to be great. Great.
It's going to have the best resellers at it. It's going to have the best auction. It's going to have the best bowling tournament. It's going to have the best food and the best and biggest yard sale of the entire year. Yeah, it's going to be better.
Truth. Yep. All that's truth.
Why is the 127 so far? Matt asks.
Sorry, we didn't build the road.
Yeah, right.
Well, if you live far out, we're close as a plane ride.
True.
I asked the same question about the Planes to Profit. Why is it so far away?
I mean, from what they'll say, for the amount of sourcing that someone can get in if they come, I mean, we drove 12 and a half hours. I know it's more hours than that to get there, but the actual driving time to Omaha was 12 and a half. But I can say from doing that, had there been something like the 127 going on, I would have took my truck and when I got there, rented a U-Haul, a trailer, and I would have focused on trying to fill that up while I was there and then bring it back with me. I mean, it can be worth their time, even if they have to drive to get there, or maybe fly out and then rent something to drive back and take whatever they source back with them.
I can tell you this, because I live here. I am in Crossville, right? The venue is literally from my house right now about 15 minutes. it is not out of the question. If you spent $1,000 to get here on a plane ticket and all the expenses, it's not out of the question to make that back in a day of sourcing. I mean,
Facts.
you could possibly do it in a couple of yard sales. Like,
Yes.
there is so much. There's a reason that resellers from all over the country show up for this thing. 3 years ago, before I was a YouTuber, I ran into Cincinnati Picker. I ran into Lonnie and Candace. I ran into Curious Picker, Tennessee Picker, all those guys at the 127 before I was on a podcast or anything. And they all came down together and they was just hitting everything. So, I mean, those guys are from all over the place. So
yeah,
it's, and none of them was filming either. So if that tells you anything, they were yard selling true to form that week.
Yep.
So you can definitely come out of it way better than what you invest into it. And, you know, if you drive, you can count all that as expense. So
yep,
you're going to get some of that back on your taxes too.
Tax write-off. That's right.
You can write a portion of the flight off too, as long as you are working while you're there. I mean, everything's tax deductible. If you're operating as a business, you're not really out the full cost of whatever the total is you see for lodging and travel. So, I mean, it's what, about 50% of it or something like that. I don't know the exact numbers. I'm not an accountant, but it's somewhere around that amount. And
I'm not sure about the flying, but the driving is based per mile. I don't know how the flying works.
Okay, you'll come out for the good driving.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you will.
That's why I do. One of the reasons we drove.
Yeah, you can actually almost, I won't say make money, but it can become profitable if you find just a little bit of stuff.
Disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, anyone represented in speaking on any kind of tax information, we are not certified tax accountants.
No.
Therefore, the Reseller Locker Room is not responsible for any advice giving on this show.
Go see My Reseller Genie if you want to know more.
Go to get your My Reseller Genie. Yeah.
Code City Flips.
All right. Who's going to the Nashville meetup in April? I know Alex is going. He's already dropped that in chat. I'm going to be heading down that way and shacking up with the bearded one for that event. Who else is going to Nashville?
I'm still not sure if I'm going to make it yet. I'm going to try.
The great thing about it, dude, is it's free. It ain't going to cost you anything, but
it's going to cost you something. It's a lot of eating out.
It's a lot of eating out, but it is going to cost you more than coming to the 127 probably will, because you're talking 3 days of.
And we're providing the food too. So that's not a knock, but he's just doing a true to form meetup, like get together and eat together, but you buy your own stuff, right?
Ray's doing like a foodie event. We're just going to be trying different restaurants around Nashville.
There's like 6 times they're going to eat. They're going to go picking once and eat 6 times. It looks like.
Yeah.
What are the dates for the Nashville meetup, guys?
The 26th.
Flyer, yeah.
And me and Tanya was talking about going. I don't know for sure. We're talking about it, so we might actually get to do it.
Well, that'd be cool.
See, Matt said it's only a 36-hour drive from Oregon, so that's not too bad.
I mean, you know, how much do you really need to sleep? Just come on, man.
Yeah.
You
know?
Yeah. Do we have the dates for Nashville?
26th through 28th. Here's the flyer for it right there.
April 26th through the 28th.
Yep, and a lot of eating.
Yeah,
we're gonna go to the bins, and also the Nashville flea market will be going on that weekend, so we can go there too.
Now, I will say this: if we get to come, it will probably be the Friday night thing. And I know for sure Sunday's out. I don't know about Saturday, but if we do get to come, it may just be the Friday night thing.
Yeah, so Friday is just a meet and greet at Hattie B's. Saturday's the day we're actually going sourcing and stuff like that.
Yep.
So
we thought about driving up for the flea market and then hanging out for lunch, but probably coming home before the bins because of church Sunday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just depends on how things are going when it gets here.
Yeah.
Well, that's my son's birthday's on the 23rd. So that's the weekend of his birthday. And that's usually when we do stuff is on the weekends of their birthdays. So that also affects my Saturday plans. We just don't know yet.
I'm probably going to skip all of it except go to the wild beaver.
That sounds scary to me. I don't know about nothing called the wild beaver.
It's Saturday night, the wild beaver. So
Yeah.
I won't show up until Saturday night, everyone. You can meet me at the wild beaver.
You just got to show up with your shotguns, man. I mean,
Your shot.
Apparently, it's like a karaoke bar. So.
Oh my goodness sakes! I tell you, yeah. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this in the replay, if you're in chat live, we're here with the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast, Josh and Caleb. We're doing a joint collaboration on putting together the Highway 127 meetup and sale event. And if you've not got tickets, you need to go over to Eventbrite, grab those things, lock in, make your overnight accommodations as quickly as you can because they are slim in this area. I know last year several people that I spoke to had to get rooms as far away as Knoxville, but that's what, about an hour or hour and 20 minutes?
Right at an hour, yeah.
Yeah. So, but if you want to be in the thick of it, as we say here in the South, if you want to be in the thick of it, you need to get your overnight accommodations locked down as quickly as you can. But you better first get your tickets to this event, then book your overnights. And we cannot wait to see everybody there. You know, we're going to be doing a series of these cross-promoting videos as we go through the next 5 or so months. It's hard to believe that it's already March. So that tells me that August is going to be here before you sneeze. So you don't want to waste any time on this, guys. Literally, when we sell out, we sell out. And
be that.
A lot of people is going to be working hard, including all of us and other people behind the scenes that are not on this broadcast that are going to be working hard to put together a great event for all of you out there in the reseller land. And I know that we cannot wait to see all of you there for sure. Guys, we're about an hour and 36 minutes in. Do you have any more information we want to talk about or share?
I think that covered us. What's the dog's name?
Oh, this is Riley.
Riley. What's up, Riley?
He's a half Catahoula, half lab.
I got a half Catahoula in the backyard.
Yeah.
It's my brother-in-law's dog, but man, that thing is an escape artist.
I thought you was going to stop at brother-in-law there for a second.
No comment.
This has got the right idea. People should hook up to bunk together for the costs.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
Well, some of those houses that are left. So I was going to say some of the houses that are left are pretty expensive, but they're like 4 and 5 bedroom houses. So seriously, if some of the people in the chat are planning on coming, it might not be a bad idea if there's people you think you could split with because you can save a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Gentlemen, this has been a very enjoyable experience here in the locker room, having you two old guys up in here.
Well, thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
All these old guys up here.
Well, you know, we're brother channels. I consider it. I think the guys would agree that you're our brother channel, and you know, we're going to work together. I know we got a lot to still do in preparation for what's ahead, but I'm thrilled that we've got so many already joining us this early to join us there in the beautiful Crossville, Tennessee. And yeah, so guys, if you got any questions about the event, be sure to message any one of us on social media. We'll get the answers to you. And this has been Friday night in the reseller locker room. Oh, I got to get the right music on. I don't have my right theme song. There it is. And as we always say, we cannot wait to see you right back here at the reseller locker room, coming at you on behalf of Alex, Caleb, Shane, and Josh. I'm being the Rocky Top Picker, saying go out there and pick your money because it's out there hanging on trees. We'll see you next time, next Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern, right here on the Reseller Locker Room.